This is a Nintendo Switch, and we just got done with the first half of 2023. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, how did we do on the Nintendo Switch in the year of 2023? Well, the first half, we had a few really good games. It was a little bit of a slower start from Nintendo. You had Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Fire Emblem Gage, had a few remakes in there, but the big one being Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Phenomenal game. But we are going into the second half of 2023, and a lot of us are wondering, where's the Nintendo Switch games? Now, we just had a Nintendo Direct a few weeks ago that talked about many Nintendo Switch games. I'm talking so many Nintendo Switch games that we have a lot to discuss. Today I wanted to give a updated video of some of the major Nintendo Switch games that are still coming out this year. And not to mention, we could still have a few more big titles coming out this year, considering we are in July and we have until December, till the end of the year. So Nintendo likes to shadow drop things, third-party companies like to shadow drop things. There might be another Direct this year at September timeline, just because that's typically what they do. So there could be more things coming out this year. But even if we don't get more things, we have a really good 2023 when it comes to first party and third party. Let's talk about some of these games that are heading to the Nintendo Switch. Okay, in a few weeks we're gonna have Pikmin 4 come out for the Nintendo Switch. I know everyone knows about this game, so I'm not gonna talk about it much, but it's great to have Pikmin 4 onto the Switch, especially since we just got Pikmin 1 and 2 onto the Nintendo Switch a few weeks ago, with a physical copy of Pikmin 1 and 2 coming out later in September. So if you're a big Pikmin fan, I'm sure you're excited for Pikmin 4, and this is definitely one that I will be playing and can't wait to play. Disney's Illusion Island is one that I'm also very, very excited about. The gameplay style looks absolutely stunning. Reminds me of Rumbo and Cuphead combined with Mickey Mouse. I think this is going to be a really good game. I think it's actually a Switch exclusive, so this is probably one I'm not going to pick up immediately, but it's going to be down the road. Now, I believe this game is already out digitally. It's DLC for Dead Cells. We have Dead Cells Return to Castlevania. Now, this is coming out physically, I believe, August 18th, somewhere around there. I know the digital copy already is out there, I'm pretty sure, but if you're a big physical guy, I know a lot of people love Dead Cells and a lot of people love Castlevania, so this is probably one that a lot of those Castlevania fans are going to be picking up. Rune Factory 3 Special is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. This one's actually going to be a $40 game, which I think is pretty impressive. I thought the rest of the Rune Factory games for Switch were $60. I'm guessing this is probably a remake of some sort, so that might be why it's a little bit cheaper, a $40 game, and it's coming out in September. Very awesome game to have onto the Nintendo Switch. I know a lot of people talk about this series, as we've had so many Rune Factory games onto the Switch. This might be a series I need to look into since everyone talks about it so much. NBA 2K24 is coming out, and I know a lot of people are excited about this one since Kobe Bryant is going to be the cover of NBA 2K24, which makes sense because of the number 24. I think it's really cool that they're doing this. Me, myself, I'm not a big basketball fan. I don't know anything about basketball, but the fact that they have Kobe Bryant as the cover of this game, I think, is truly special. So this is probably one that a lot of people are really going to love to have. Super Bomberman R2 is coming out this year. I remember when this was announced last year. I believe this game was supposed to come out early this year, but it got delayed. I loved the first Bomberman R game. I thought it was a really good game, really great party game in particular. I didn't get a chance to really play the online multiplayer with friends. It was more of a party game that I had when I was having parties at my house. And I think this is going to be a great game. I probably will not pick it up day one because it's a little pricey. I think Bomberman R should be a little bit cheaper than that, but it's still cool that this series is still living on in some format. I know a lot of people might not like the game approach that they're going with Bomberman, but from the game perspective, I love Bomberman R. I would like to play older Bomberman R games, or there's only one Bomberman R game. I'd like to play older Bomberman games, and I would hope that with Konami doing so many collections, because you know, you got Metal Gear coming out this year, we've done Contra, we've done Castlevania, I think they've done like 2 Castlevania collections already. I think it'd be really cool if they did a collection of Bomberman games for the Nintendo Switch. Since Bomberman is such a big IP for some, at least in the retro scene, and I think a lot of people look at Bomberman as a Nintendo character almost, just because, well, at one point Bomberman R was exclusive to the Switch. Mortal Kombat 1. Now this is coming out the same day as all the other consoles out there, which I think is very interesting. I am curious to see if the physical copy is actually going to have a cartridge or not. I feel like it's going to be a download code. I really hope it's got a cartridge inside. I am hoping, because I really want to play this on my Switch. It's going to be very controversial, but I liked Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch. It graphically looked horrible, but like I've said before in many videos, they sacrificed the graphics of Mortal Kombat 11 to have a locked frame rate of 60 frames per second, which is pretty crazy that the Nintendo Switch was able to do that. Now, the game doesn't look that great, I know, but 60 FPS Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch, I think is a cool accomplishment. So I expect that there is going to be a very similar pattern for Mortal Kombat 1. I am very curious to see if it can have a locked 60 FPS. I am definitely interested, and I'm really hoping that it's not a digital copy inside of the physical box art of the Switch version. By the way, have you guys seen the DLC leaks for Mortal Kombat 1? Homelander's supposed to be in the game. Dude, I am gonna buy that game just to play Homelander. I'm also very excited for Mortal Kombat 1 just in general, because this looks like I know a little bit about the Mortal Kombat 11 story and why it's going to the approach of 1. I don't know the whole story arc of Mortal Kombat. I want to, because I think it's very interesting. Mortal Kombat 11 is the only Mortal Kombat game I've played. But looking at the storyline of Mortal Kombat 1 and the ending of 11, I think this is really cool for those that are trying to get into the series that don't know anything, because I really don't know much about the series. And I don't know if you would call this a soft reboot, because it's not, because of the 11 ending. I don't know. I think it's cool nonetheless. I think it's going to make the game more interesting for myself, and I can actually care more about said characters that are in Mortal Kombat 1. Avatar: The Last Airbender Quest for Balance. Now, I am not an Avatar guy. I saw that this got announced a few weeks ago. Everyone's excited that we're getting an Avatar game. Not the blue people. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let me make sure I make myself clear, because we're not getting that Avatar game that Ubisoft is making for the Switch. It's not happening. But The Last Airbender... So, I don't think there actually has been a good Avatar game out there, from my understanding. I know that they did one for Kara. I think Platinum Games actually made it, but I think a lot of people didn't like it. And I don't know if this game's going to be good, because I've seen who's developing it, and the person that develops it can make good games. It's the people that made Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. When they are given a good time development, like if they can make a game with, like, a lot of these games that they made, they were forced to make fast. And I don't know if Avatar is one of those games that they had to be rushed to make. Because I know the reason why Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl was as good as it was is because they actually were given a fair amount of time to develop it. And I'm expecting the sequel of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is going to be really good, because it's not coming out this year, and it's getting a fair amount of development time. So, I don't know. I don't know. Take that into consideration. I know there's a lot of Avatar fans, and that's what they're banking on. They're going to make the footage look really good, and then it's actually going to be a bad game. We'll see. We'll see. Hold out on this one. Disgaea 7 is coming out. I remember when Disgaea 5 was announced for the Nintendo Switch. I think Disgaea 5 was actually a launch title for the Nintendo Switch. So we've gotten Disgaea 5, 6, and 7 on the Switch, and I'm pretty sure they remade Disgaea 3, I believe is what it was. So there's a lot of Disgaea games on the Switch. Is that another series that I should be trying out? I mean, I have so many games I need to play, so I don't need to try any new series out. Detective Pikachu Returns. I am really excited about this because I want to play Detective Pikachu. The game does not look that great though. I'm just going to be honest. It looks a little concerning. It looks like they literally took a 3DS game, put it on the Switch with barely any time to HD it, if that makes sense. The textures and models look like they have barely been updated for the Switch. It looks like 3DS models that had like 2 weeks of time to be put onto the Switch. So I don't know, maybe they just showed us really bad footage. Nonetheless, I'm still going to pick it up, and this is probably going to be one of those big holiday titles for Nintendo this year. Super Mario Bros. Wonder comes out October 20th, the same day as Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I am not really happy about that because I really want to play both games. Anyway, Super Mario Bros. Wonder looks like an amazing game. This is Nintendo's Christmas title, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it looks phenomenal, man. I'm excited. Apparently there might be online multiplayer in that, so that's going to be exciting. Maybe me and my friends, Coleman, Luke, all of them, Jackson, will all beat Mario Wonder the day it comes out. Online multiplayer, if they want to do that, that sounds pretty fun. And then I'll play Spider-Man at some point, just not at that moment. But that's okay. Mario Bros. Wonder looks like it's going to be a phenomenal game. It's taking the Mario series in a whole new direction when it comes to the 2D games. Really a fresh start in the series. So I'm excited. And I hopefully Charles Martinet is voicing Mario, because if not, oh god, I can't do it. I can't deal with another Mario voice actor. Because Chris Pratt, you know, that whole debate, was Chris Pratt good? Charles Martinet's the best. Chris Pratt was alright. And I don't want a third Mario actor. I really don't want a third Mario voice actor. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. Now this is one I am really excited for because I am a big Death Stranding fan. My friends tell me that if I really like Death Stranding, I am going to love Metal Gear Solid. And I haven't had a chance to play it because it wasn't on current consoles. And if you bought an older console, a lot of times those games are kind of pretty expensive to get. So I was waiting because I had a feeling at some points they were going to bring these games to either the Switch or PlayStation 5, something of the sorts. And they did. It's happening. I have already pre-ordered this. I am very excited to play this series. It looks really cool. It's crazy to me that, you know, Metal Gear is finally on the Switch, because this seemed like it should have happened years ago when they put Snake in Smash Bros. Ultimate. But yeah, at least Konami knows how to make games now, I guess. At least hopefully they know how to make games. I mean, all they've done is collections. Sometimes they do like big titles, like what they consider big titles, like Bomberman R2. And then they got their first really big game. Silent Hill 2 remake is coming out soon. And then they got the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. So hopefully they know what they're doing. Hopefully they're making a comeback, hopefully. Right now it's looking good. Just Dance 2024. What, did you want me to say something else about Just Dance 2024? It's happening on the Switch. Just Dance 2024. WarioWare Move It is coming out November 3rd, I'm pretty sure, and this is one that I am so surprised that we're getting another WarioWare game on the Nintendo Switch. If you would have told me we were getting a WarioWare game on the Switch again after WarioWare Get It Together, I would have been very surprised, because it hasn't even been 2 years. Well, by the time this one comes out, it had been 2 years. But very surprised. I thought we were done with this. They were just going to move on to the next Nintendo console. But nah, they're bringing another one. So yeah, I'll pick it up. Hopefully it has online play. That was the big thing that I think WarioWare Get It Together missed out on, which was online play. Hogwarts Legacy. Now this is one that I am interested to seeing how it looks on the Switch, because the developers of the game keep talking about that they have made something truly special for the Nintendo Switch. They have been talking about this every single month in interviews, that the Switch version looks absolutely phenomenal. I am curious, because I have seen how this game looks, and I don't even know how you're going to put this on Nintendo Switch. But it's coming. It's been delayed a lot though, so that doesn't sound great, but maybe it's, I don't know. It's supposed to come out in November. I am curious if it's actually going to come out, because I could see this getting canceled. They canceled Midnight Suns for the Switch. I was upset that they canceled that. That game would have been perfect on the Switch. I can't believe they canceled Midnight Suns. But I don't know. I'm very curious. I don't see how this game's going to look good on the Switch. Like, even if you... I don't know. I guess that's what they want people to buy it for, the curiosity, because I think that's everybody's interest in the game when it comes to the Switch version, is the curiosity of how it looks, how it runs, how is this even possible. Super Mario RPG, I am very excited for this, November 17th. I have never played the Super Mario RPG game. My friend Coleman has been heavily praising this game, and a lot of my friends actually praise this game. I've seen the gameplay. It looks very stunning, very beautiful. I'm excited to play it, and I'm excited for Geno fans to play their first Geno game. Persona 5 Tactics is coming out the same day as Super Mario RPG, so that game probably isn't going to sell well, but we're getting a tactical Persona 5 game, another Persona 5 game. I actually like the art style that this one's going with. I am not picking it up day one though, because I'll be busy with Super Mario RPG, so I eventually will be picking this one up. It looks cool, it really does. I don't have time to play it, so I'm not gonna buy it yet. I want to play it though. I want to play it, but it looks nice. Sonic Superstars is. Did I say Sonic Stupid Stars? Sonic Superstars is coming out October 23rd. I don't know why I have this at one of the bottoms of the list since we got through October, but it's happening. Sonic Superstars is coming out. 2D Sonic game coming from Sega themselves. I'm pretty sure this time. So that should be very interesting. I don't like that it's a $60 game. Or maybe I'm just used to not paying $60 for Sonic games. I know Frontiers was $60, alright? So, I don't know. I think it's going to be good, but it has no online play. And the big thing of Sonic Superstars is it's got 4-player local play. It really seems like, since they're promoting that as a big gameplay thing for Sonic, that it should be online play, but I'm not a game developer, so maybe I am suggesting a horrible idea. And, you know, I think it's very interesting how we're getting a brand new 2D Mario game in the same month that the next 2D Sonic game. It comes out like 3 days after. That's crazy to me. The chances of something that we both don't see often, which is 2D Mario games and 2D Sonic games coming out, are happening within the same week of each other, pretty much. That is crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy to me. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. I don't know anything about this. I know a lot of people like the Dragon Quest Monsters games series. Apparently this is like a sequel to that. A lot of people told me they're very excited. I think I saw one of the older Dragon Quest characters are in it. I don't know anything about Dragon Quest, so I don't know if this is going to be good. I mean, I know Coleman, who's editing this video, he's Mr. Dragon Quest, kind of, so he might be able to say if this looks good or not. If he wants to say something, he can, but I don't know anything about this. So, it's coming out, though. Naruto X Boruto, The Ultimate Ninja Connection. If I got that whole title right, I'm going to be very surprised, because that is an extremely long title. But it's coming out for the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if this is like a collection of the Boruto games and the Naruto games, because I know they both have so many games, but it's happening for the Switch. I know nothing about anime. You know, I'm not much of a big anime fan myself, so, you know, you guys in the comments can let me know if this is a good anime game. Okay, so this is one that we have no idea if it's coming out this year or not. It was supposed to come out this year. I have a feeling this one's going to get canceled due to the game already getting poor reviews and it already selling horrible. They're probably just going to cancel this. But the Lord of the Rings Gollum is supposed to come out for Switch. I think it's going to get canceled. The game is apparently really bad. And I just don't see them wanting to invest more money into a Switch version that's going to cost them probably a lot of money and not going to sell well, because the game isn't selling well right now. So, I don't know. It was supposed to come out the day that all the other platforms came out, but like a few months before they were like, oh, it's going to get delayed, later this year it'll come out. So, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Now, this one is probably my most anticipated third-party game coming out for the Switch. It's been my #1 game ever since the last few years. The Batman Arkham Trilogy is coming to the Switch. Now, I'll be honest, I only really wanted Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. I didn't think Arkham Knight could run on the Switch. Arkham Knight, to this day, still looks like an amazing game. It looks better than some of the next-gen games out there right now. And Arkham Knight was on PS4 and Xbox One. But it's happening on Nintendo Switch. They are somehow putting Arkham Knight on the Switch. I am very curious to see how this is going to run and look, especially considering the footage that they showed at the Direct actually looks really good. I guess they are never going to put Arkham Origins on current platforms, so that's okay. I never played Origins. I would like to play Origins, but that's okay. I'm happy to have the really good Arkham games on my Nintendo Switch. which is so crazy that it took 6 years for this to happen. This seems like this should have been a game that should have been on the Switch in the first year, because I know this was a highly requested Nintendo Switch game to happen, and this has been leaked for like almost 2 years now. So I'm expecting these ports to be really good, because they have spent a lot of development time onto it. And it's not the Return to Arkham ports. They are brand new ports made specifically for the Switch. So I am very excited about this one. Moving Out 2 is supposed to come out at some point this year. And last but not least, we have Hollow Knight Silksong. This is probably not coming out this year, but we also don't know when it's coming out. This game I thought was supposed to have come out way sooner, but it has not come out yet. So that just means it's going to be a really good game for whenever it comes out. I mean, look at Cyberpunk. They delayed that game so many times, and it was obviously a good game. Hollow Knight Silksong, though, looks really exciting. I know a lot of my friends are really excited for that game, and hopefully it will come out at some point, if not this year, next year. I mean, I really don't know. I am very surprised that we are in 2023 and this game has not come out yet. That's probably the most surprising thing for me to see in the gaming industry right now, is Hollow Knight Silksong not being out yet. But that's okay. That's okay. That they're working hard. They're working hard. All right, guys, that is all of the Nintendo Switch games that are coming out this year as of right now when it comes to the big AAA titles from first party, third party. We even threw some indie titles in there. If there's any game that I'm missing, please let me know in the comments down below. Now, remember, I'm talking about 2023, so don't be like in the comments, Prince of Persia, because that's coming out next year. Stop. I know somebody's going to be like, Max, you forgot all the 2024 games. What about Luigi's Mansion, Princess Peach, Prince of Persia? I know that comment is happening. I know it's going to happen. And they're not even going to finish the video. They're going to be like, where's Prince of Persia? This is only for 2023. I have been talking for way too much. Make sure to backslash that subscribe button, like the video, check out the Twitter, check out the YouTube, check out the Twitch, check out the Instagram, check out Discord, check out the Twitch, check out the TikTok, check out everything that's in the description below. I am going to be at Southeast Game Exchange this weekend. Coleman, please put the photo up. July 15th and 16th, I will be there, Greenville, South Carolina. Get your tickets, southeastgameexchange.com. It's going to be great. Hope to meet you guys there. And also, quick announcement, we have hit 9,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for that, guys. It's absolutely insane that we're so close to 10,000 now. We're about to be 5-digit MONADO very soon. That's crazy. But y'all gotta slow it down. I got some very special things planned for 10K that at this rate we might not have them ready yet with how fast you guys are going with the channel. So slow down, please. Well, actually, still subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, but yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!